The following is a presentation of Opie TV.
Great putts, great moments. It's on Putt-Putt.
This is number 16.
Straight past the front obstacle.
And into the cup. So there you go. That is all she wrote. Winding it up.
Banks it early on. Looking good, isn't it?
Great putt, yes. As you can see, it went in with authority. Randy is certainly...
Good. Oh, ho, ho. Where's Allie? He just did that on 9. He just rid rock number 9 here. Yep. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Burlington for the Monday Night Local. It's the June 29th edition, and we're playing on course number 2 tonight. You can see we're going to have a pretty good contingent of players. We're going to have at least 20 players this evening. We've got some partly cloudy skies here. It is a bit warm and humid. We're going to be having some excessive heat coming in later in the week. But with this good crowd tonight, temperature right now in Burlington is 85 degrees. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 7, and the humidity at 63%. So let's take a look at our pairings for tonight. All right, tonight it's 24 players, 2 divisions. Open divisions up top. Down here we have the novices. Actually, it's 23 players, not 24. And the last group's a threesome. All right, so that's the pairings. Let's go out to the course. And we are off and running here with Tanya Porter starting off.
Visit GoVictory39.com now to see if you qualify. A recent jury awarded $60 million in compensation.
Tanya gets the 2 to start her evening, and she's paired with Annie Charlton. And Annie just about got it. She'll have the 2. So we're underway in Burlington, and we'll go to hole 2.
That's GoVictory39.com.
Welcome back to that's a pepper thing. First up, we've got Tess giving everyone the notes of her Dr. Pepper cream. It's kind of like a sommelier. When you say it like that, that's a pepper thing. And don't forget Kevin, who drinks his Dr. Pepper.
So you're playing right rail up in the valley, and we'll come up about 6 inches for par. And he's going to be in that saddle area, valley area. And Annie will get a 3 back to the first hole. And the second pairing to the novice group. And this is a father-son pairing. On the tee first is Jace Talley. That's spelled J-A-S-C, as you see on the screen. It should be a 2 for Jace to start his inning. And this will be Todd Talley. Stay up, nope. And this will be a par putt coming up. About 8 feet up the hill. Looks good. Nice deuce there. And let's walk over to 3. Get you an idea here. We'll have a few more opportunities to look at the cup there. Annie's going to get her second consecutive 3. And let's watch Jace Talley on hole 2. All right, just got up in that valley and he'll tap in for 2. Meantime, on the tee, he's going to be in that valley area. So he'll go for 2. Back to 1, and here's your third and final pairing of the novice mission. You just saw Brad Thompson acing there. First ace of the night on this hole. And his partner is Robert Ryan. And this could go front door. No, it caught the lip, and he'll go for his 2. All right, let's walk up here to hole 5. Different look to this hole, same type of hole, except you see there is a ceramic block there. Has no effect on the play of this hole. Players always playing the right rail shot. Just like that, it's in. It's just there for decoration. Let's go to 3. And we'll get the first look at this hole from the tee mat. And Jace missed left and it's rolling down the hill. Alright, he's got a straight putt for 2. Let's go over 6. Tanya on the tee. Crawford's playing a bit slow tonight, but it is kind of warm, so that'll affect the layers here. Back over to 2, and Brad's 2 under already with a straight shot. Robert's going to go at the back rail for a 2 here. Let's go here to 7. This is the Alamo hole. Tanya on the tee. And she made it front door. The traditional shot is back door, but it can go front door. Take a little speed off. And he's on the tee now. It crossed over there. So Annie will get her 2. Back over to 3. Brad's getting hit. He'll get the 2. And our first look at 8. What we call the slot hole, wraparound hole, like such. Tanya there. The holes you see sitting on the back of that anthill. The proper shot is to hit the ball off of 3 rails. Well, Tanya's going to go for a 2 like that, and it just missed, so she'll end up with a 3. And now we're going to head back to the first hole, and we're going to start the Open Division. And the defending champion is Mike Johnson, who won it in a playoff over Mike Alley last Wednesday on the second hole of sudden death after an 18-hole playoff. The tournament was called off last Monday due to inclement weather. And got rescheduled for Wednesday. Mike. See, I didn't thoroughly look at the pairing sheet, but looks like he's paired with Brian Porter. Now here's Mike on the tee to start the Open Division. And Mike crossed over. So he'll tap it with 2. And this is Brian Porter. Oh, he's playing straight and he pushed it out. And it just got up the hill, and he'll tap in his 2. And we will proceed on to hole 7. Todd Talley, and he hit a little bit strong there. The deuce putt where he's at is not easy. It does break the left up that incline. Like that. Well, he hit too firm as well. So he's now putting for 3. All putts there break back to the back rail. And they get a 4-stroke limit here in the novice division. Jason's now on the tee. Now that's pushed, and he'll putt this for 2. And let's go back to 1. Pairing number 2 of the Open Division. We've got 8 of them. And this is going to be Mike Alley, who was also in that playoff last week on the back course. And Mike's going to miss left, just left there. He'll tap in his 2. And his partner tonight is John Wilder. And he rolled over the left half of the cup. And it's rolling back down the hill. So he has his 6-footer for 2. All right, so we will continue on. Now we go to hole number 8. Todd on the 2. Todd Talley will now putt for 2. Spacing off the left rail. Let's go back to 2. And Mike Alley left it just in front of the cup there. And John just missed it off to the right. Just caught that right edge there. So he will get up 2 as well. And heading back to 8 now. This is Todd now putting for 3. And that missed, and he will pick that up for 4. Zooming up to 3 here. Mike Alley got it in, backdoor, good putt. All right, here's your third pairing of the Open Division, and this will be Russell Sigmund. Russell gets the first ace for the Open players here. And his partner tonight is Jason Dogala. Get it in back door. Good putt. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Durgala?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't want to butcher it. That's why. All right, let's go to 8. Is it? All right, well, let's go to 9. Jason Talley. Going to get a 4 there. Brad Thompson playing 8. And it looks like he's going to be going with the what we call the Brooks Henshaw shot, playing left rail front door. This there is at the back rail. Putting this for 2. Makes it there. And here's Robert Ryan on the tee. Not a bad putt there. He'll get to 2. And let's go back to 1. Well, let's go to 2 first. That's Jason on the hole there. He's in the valley. Rolling on there is 2 card lengths off that left wall. Same applies if you're left-handed and you're playing off the right wall. Pulled it there, going for 3 at the back rail. And let's now go to 9. Brad's tee shot looks short up that hill. And this is Tom Robinson now on 1. That's crossed and that'll roll down. For 2 there. And Tom got the deuce there. He's paired tonight with Jex Harrison. Front door, maybe? No, just missed there. He'll get his 2. Back to 8. Brian's tee shot didn't like it from the get-go. All right, he's kind of in the no man's land area where play the back row. And Brian gets a 3 there. Make our first look at 11. This is the 3-pipe hole with the angles there on each corner. And Todd Talley got the disc there back of the cup. That's going to be for 2. And this Mike Johnson on the tee at 8. And in that same, well, even behind the hill now, over 7. Mike Galley going to get it front door. Good putt. Nice turn if it will. Nope, he'll get a 3 as well. Jack Saracen got a big cross over there on 2. Up that hill. And he will get his tap-in par. So we're now halfway through the open field. We got 8 groups, 17 players in this. Back on the first hole. And here is pairing number 5 coming up here. This is going to be Richard Garner on the tee. Get that sun ray coming through those trees there. Have the view here. And he's not going to get it up. Yep, he just got it up. He'll get the deuce there. And the next player coming up is David Jones. Where's John tonight?
Back home.
Is he gonna play tomorrow?
I told him he didn't have to. Yeah, he's.
Well, do you have a partner for tomorrow night?
If he don't make it, no.
Well, Randy Simpson's looking for a partner. I don't know if you heard, but
yeah, I'll check with him.
Yeah, if you contact David, yeah. All right, let's go to 9. Oh. Don Wilder's putting for a 2 after it missed left. This is relatively one of the easiest holes on this course here. It's probably like the second easiest hole out here. There's a groove there down the fairway. You catch that groove, it's in for years. So, all right, let's go to 18. Already getting the first group. Finishing the first round, Tanya's on the team. Got a huge kick off that right rail, which is what most players are playing, right railing up that little undulation there. She gets her deuce, and quickly here's Andy Charton. And she is not going to get it, so she'll get her 2 putt there. And let's go back to the first hole. Pairing number 6, and this will be Graham Sigmund. Graham's tee shot is short there off that back rail. Okay, and this will be Dennis Jones playing with Graham tonight. And that does not look like it's going to make it either. He'll get his 2. We'll go to 12. I'll first look here. Got Mike Johnson putting for 2. And let you see Brian Porter on the tee, just to give you an idea how this hole is played. It's basically right rail into the angle, into the cup. Probably the easiest hole here on the back 9. And we'll go to 8. And Russell, yeah. It looks like you got to hit the rail a lot earlier now on this hole. any shot for it to line up. Let's go to 11. Allie's tee shot straight off the angle and missing there. And well, that goes in. Great two there. And here's Jason Gordava on the tee. Well, that's not going to get there, but he's going to have the easier two putt there. And we'll go back to 1. The next to last pairing now coming up on the course here. This will be John Crawford. And John front door of that one. And playing with John tonight is Brian Atkins. Brian looks like he's going to be going left rail. Nope, he's playing straight. And that'll stay, and he'll get us 2. Move out here to 13. First look at the drop off with the 2 pipes there past the drop. It emulates that of hole 6 on the Cookout course in High Point. And with the John Wilder's tee shot. Play it left rail, front door, and back door. 4 different ways of playing that hole, but John didn't get it, so he'll get his 2. David Jones on 6. We'll get the ace there. And on the tees, Richard Garner. That should go in as well. Nice putt. Back to 8. Tom's tee shot comes up, missing there. All right, back to 1. And this is the final pairing of the night. It's a threesome. This will be Daniel Kearns. Leading off here. Just hit it too firm. It hit the back of the cup. Oops, hit the right part of the cup there. He'll get us 2. All right. Next player up is Lynn Gaines. That's going left. It's going to try to go back door. All right, Lynn gets his deuce. And this will be John Boney to complete our field tonight. And John will miss. He'll get the 2. So all 23 players have teed off. We'll go to 18. Watch the final now. Let's complete their first round. It's Robert Rain for a 2. And this will be Brad Thompson on the 2. And that's missed right. That'll putt for 2. We'll go to 17 with our first look at the hole that has 2 circles down the fairway. Mike's playing a straight shot that breaks to the left. It just scraped past the second tee. That's going to miss it. We'll go to 10. 2 triangle hole with Tom Robertson on the tee. That went over the right half of the cup. He'll putt for 2, but he's going to be behind that bigger triangle. Here's Brian Porter on 17. He was going up and back with it, and he's going to get his par there. Back over here to 10. Again. No, just get past that left pipe. We got, speaking of pipes, here's Mike Alley on 16. When he gets to 2, he's just partially stymied behind that far left pipe.
A little rub.
We both see the tee shot of John Wilder. That is, well, he's going to hit that pipe, but he's going to get his tap in 2. And we'll go to 14. This is the pie hole. I didn't mean to purposely say that, you know, because I call it the pie hole because of that large circle that's shaped like a large pie. Russell with the ace there. Tom Robertson on 11. Snuck past that left pipe and got it in. Back over here to 14. Jason Delgado's now on the tee. He didn't hit it. Just like a fraction of an inch from going in. I thought he was going to hit that pizza pie right there. Back to 10. Richard's tee shot. Makes it. Good putt. All right, let's check out David Jones. And David will top him there. Good putt. Back to 13. Tom on the tee. He's going to hit that pipe. So he'll space it out from the drop area. Putt for 2. You could space it straight up. Yeah, you're clear, so you can space it straight up.
About these dangers. If you or a loved one received multiple injections and were later diagnosed with a brain tumor, you may qualify for significant compensation. Visit GoVictory43.com.
And Tom pushing out. He'll get his 3 there. Let's go to 4. This is your first look at the 2 flange hole.
1-800-GOT-JOHN. You make room for possibilities.
On the tee is John Boney. And just right. Cut. He'll get his 2. Jack's on the tee at 13. Should go back door. Nope. It hit hard off the back rail. He's putting for a long 2. We head back now to 16. If I can get over here. Jason Delgado's on the tee. Should go in. Nice putt. Perfectly done. Back to 14. Jack should get the ace there. Nice putt. Back to 10. Graham's going to be short. And he should collect his deuce there. And we got Russell on the tee here at 17. And that should be in there. Nope, stay out right. Dennis hit the tip there on hole 10, so he'll go for his 2. Then we'll go to 6. Daniel's tee shot has pushed it out, going left. And here's Richard on 13. And that got a bunch of that right lip. He's going for his 2. Let's look at Dennis on 11. And Dennis will get the ace there. Good putt. All right, we go back now to 8. Seeing John Crawford's tee shot. That is going to miss right. He should get the deuce there. All right, and we'll look at Brian Atkins. That's good. Nice shot. All right, we'll head over to our scores. They're over here by the score sheet. That's along course 1. All right, so in the novice division, Brad Thompson shot 30. Robert Ryan's at 31. So that's your top two scores there. Mike Alley off to a hellacious start here with a round of 25. That's after 4 players of the Open Division. Go to 7. Lynn's on the tee. And that'll go in back door. And Lynn with the ace there. Brian Atkins on 9. This is, well, that was for 2. So now he's putting for a top 3. Back over here to the tee here at 7. John Boney. Backdoor shot is in there. Good shot. All right, let's go look at a few of the novices that have already started their second round, and this will be Tanya on the tee at 6. Turning nicely and dead in the heart. Good putt. And on the tee now, Annie Charlton. And back door, yeah, oh, got in, good putt. Now the 3 putt here on 4 for Jace Talley. We're going to look at Todd on the 2. And that, oh, hit back of the cup. And he'll putt that for 2. As he's doing that, let's go to 14. And then let's hit that large circle there. So he will get his 2. And we will now we've got like a big water cooler there for our players. It is a bit warm and humid tonight, so let's go to 5. Hey, good putt there. Let me see Jason Top up here. It will not go. He'll get the deuce. And this is 15, our first look at this hole. And Dennis hit it early off that right rail. He'll be going for 2. Let's go to 10. John Crawford on the 2. And it goes in. Good putt. Here's Richard Garner on the tee at 17. And that's going to stay out to the right. So he'll putt for 2. Brian Atkins on 10. It's in. Good putt. And let's go to 9. Okay, our threesome of the evening. This is Daniel on the tee. That's going to be in there. Good putt. Lynn's on the tee now. That's left. Lynn will have a 2. And here's Brian on 11. And it just skirted between that pipe and hole. So he'll have the 2. All right, back to the tee at 9, John Boney. And that 2 is left, and he's heading to the back rail, so he'll putt for 2. Back over to 12. John with a nice putt there. And, ooh, John got the very tough deuce putt there to go. Back to 12. And Brian makes it as well. Daniel on 8. Alright. Should get the 2. It does break a little hard left. And she gets it. And let's look at Crawford on 13. Hurry, off the back rail, it won't go. So tap it, here's 2. Back to 10. Lynn's tee shot. And that's in for Lynn. And John Boney on the tee. Got a kid that's going to still make it good fun. All right, well, walk over here to 6. Robert Ryan comes to his 2. Right on the 2. And Brad's pulling off to the left, and that'll be a deuce. Let's look at our winner from last week on the tee, playing hole 5. All right, good putt there. Brian on the 2. And that will be in there as well. All right, we're going to move up here to hole 3. It's going to be Mike Alley on the tee as soon as John Wilder finishes hole 2. Mike Alley with the ace there. John Wilder now on the 2. And John will not get it. He'll get the deuce. Out to 12. It's on the 2. And Lynn off the tip of that triangle and goes in. All right, we will now back to 9. Good putt there, good putt. And back to 11. Kind of off the left rail, off the angle, and it spins around in the end. Good putt. Okay, back to 8. This will be Brad for his 2, and it won't go, and pushed it out. So now he's putting for 3. That's not an easy putt where he's at. And let's return back here to the scores here. This is the old school way of checking out scores here in Burlington. So let's see what we got here. So far, Mike Johnson at 25 has the lead, followed by Russell at 26, and so is Graham at 26. Russell and Graham have a collective, I think it's 7 victories, maybe 8. I don't know. Let's see. This is like week 12 or 13 here in Burlington, and we still got 5 players left on the course, and they're about to ready to finish the round. The last group's on 14. Let's go to 9. Whoa. To look at the top 2 competitors of the the novice division. Robert Ryan just got it in. Good putt. And this This will be Brad Thompson on the 2. And Brad missed left. He'll putt for 2. And while that's happening, here's John Crawford on 18 to finish his first round. And spin out. Nasty spin out there by John. He'll get the par. Back to 8 as Mike Johnson gets that deuce there. And Ryan Porter will get the 2 on that hole. Turning to 18, this is Brian Atkins. And that is just right. And it was trying to roll down, but he's going to wind up putting that for 2. All right, we head back now to 13. Tommy with the deuce there. On the 200 Charlton. It will come up short off the back rail, also a bit off the right. She'll get her 2. Let's go to 4. And Jason Gagala on the 2. And he's reassessing his tee shot here. Hit the tip of that right flange. That's not an easy deuce putt from that position. And as we go here, let's go down to 14. And he got the ace there. Good putt. This is not an easy deuce. If I did a next gen stats, it'd be like a less than 1% chance of this deuce putt being made. But then again, who knows? Well, with that, I don't blame him for doing that. He's through the opening. He should get a 3. Okay. Let's go back to 15. That looks good. Oh, it just missed left. That was a good line, too. Over the 5, Russell on the 2. You're going to get there, yep. It was one of the nastiest aces I've seen on this whole recent year. Back to 15. Tanya misses left. Jason on 5. That's in. Back to 13. Good putt there. Jace Talley with the ace there. I'll go for 6. Russell will get the ace there. And here's Brad on 12. curls in. Good putt. It's about here to 11. Our presumptive first round leader on the tee, Mike Johnson. And that straight kick there, he'll get a par. And here's 18, our last group, finally finishing round 1. And Lynn did not roll back toward the cup. So after it caught the right lip, Lynn's got to settle for a deuce there. Here's Daniel Kearns on the tee. And Daniel missed off to the right. That'll be a par for him. And here's John Boney to finish the round. That's going to miss right. He'll putt for 2. And that will end the first round. So 12. Mike going straight to the angle. There it goes. And here's Mike Alley on 11. That's going to make it in. Good putt. And John Wild will be on the tee. And it hit the pipe, but he gets a 2 here. And we go to 14. Robert Ryan hit the rail early there. We'll pop back to his 2. All right, we go to 6. Joaquin Jacks on the 2. And Jacks, oh! That was a nasty lip there. Back to 13. And Mike's tee shot is in there. Nice shot. Back to 4. David Jones with the par there. But you're going on the 2. And he, well, it went off left, and that's going to be a par putt by the right rail. Back to 14. Mike, with the 360, he'll take it. Let's look at Brian Porter on the 2. That's going to be over the rough half of the cup. With John Wilder on 13. Backdoor shot is in. Good putt. All right, let's get the completed first round scores. So let's Let's all look at it here from this vantage point. First, let's recap the novice division. Brad Thompson was leading at 30, up by a stroke over Robert Ryan. Okay, and down here, open division. Mike Johnson, 25, has a one-stroke lead over Russell Sigmund, Graham Sigmund, and Lynn Gaines. And at 27 are Mike Galley and John Crawford. So we have 6 players separated by 2 strokes after the first round in the open division. And let's head back out now to Russell on 9 for his 2. Just gets that one to go. And we go back here to 17. Robert Ryan party for 2. And on the 2 now, Brad Thompson. Pulled it into the first 2. He'll putt that for 2. Now he'll go for 3. Let's go back to 16. Got Mike Johnson, who's the first round leader. And that should go. Nope, missed right. He'll get 2. Yeah, Mike Alley had a big slide there on the right rail on 15. He is through. He's got a deuce putt there for about 4 feet. All right, we go back now to 12. I was going to say it's 12, but we're going to go to 6. Graham's on the 2.
Recent jury awarded $60 million in compensation to the family of a child who developed NEC. Families are now taking action. Visit GoVictory39.com now to see if you qualify for significant compensation. If you're
and Graham straight in the heart there with the ace.
diagnosed with NEC, you may qualify
And
for
let's go now to 17. I'm going to zoom in on Mike Johnson, his 2 shot. And missing right there. He'll tap in his 2. Russell on 11. That's going to be missing left. That's a 2 there. And we go to 9. Tom with the miss there to the left, and we'll go to 18. Mike Johnson now finishing up his 2nd round.
Getting the right care and legal representation is. Call Daggett Schuler for free today. Fresh paint inside, fresh flowers out.
And he'll ace it there. Okay, let's look at David Young, 38. That will miss. miss just off to the right. All right, and now we'll go to 7. Well, let's go to 2 first. Lynn's putting for 2. And he hits. And a bit frustrated there. And now to 7. Managed to get this one. Good putt. And we'll see Dennis Jones on the 2. That missed left off the back rail, and it'll stay up. He'll get the par. Back to 9. Richard did not hit the tee shot. It left it short there, but he's got a deuce putt of about 4 feet up that hill. Jack's on 11. Just misses left. He'll have the 2. This is Tom Robertson on the 2. And nice putt there. Here's David Jones on 9. That's going to be off to the right. And he will get the deuce there. Let's go back to 18. Looking at John Wilder finishing his second round. Is he going to get up that hill? Well, now that ball can roll as far as it can. If it comes off, he can re-tee, but it won't. So this is a long 20-foot deuce putt. He's going to try to scrape it off that right rail, and that won't go. So he'll end up with a 3. And now we can see the scores. The novices are done with their second round, so until Janet finishes. Well, while she's doing that, we can show you Robert Ryan has the lead at 61, and Tanya has now moved to second, but 7 back at 68. Brad Thompson had a bit of a tough go that second round, but he's at 69 through 2. And Mike Johnson will be at 52 when he starts his final round. All right, we'll go back to the course. Get Graham on 11. Graham was trailing after the first round by 1 among 2 other players. And he got over the lip there, and he'll have the par. And we'll go to 16. Another player that was a shot back of Mike Johnson is on the tee. That's Russell Sigmund. That's going to go in for Russell. Good putt there. Let's go to 13, and we'll have David Jones. And that's in for David. Good putt. That's the 15. Tom looks like it's looks off the left lip. Good putt. Puts it back to 12. Graham's on the 2. That's in. Nice shot there. Over the 6. The win on the tee. And Lynn gets the ace there off the left lip. Then it's on 13. Drills it front door. Yep. Thanksgiving's not for another, what, 5 months? Less than 5 months from now? Back on the tee. Grand final. And Graham, nope. He'll have the 2. Let's go look at John Crawford on 9. And that's in. Over to 17. And it appears Russell hit one of the circular objects there. That's why he's got this tough deuce putt. He's going to go up and back with it. Kind of like the old shot in Burlington before these circles came into play. And when it was with fast carpet as well. Russell will have the 3. And we head back now to 7. Well, I'm trying to get Daniel's tee shot. He missed left. He'll have the par. Back over the tee now, John Burney. Front door for John. Good putt. Let's go to 18. Jason Durgala. Interesting looking shot there. Gotta be a par. Let's head back to 10. I see Brian Atkins. That's going to miss off the right lip. Russell's tee shot on 18. Missed there to the right. So he'll finish his second down with deuce. We'll look at Brian on his deuce putt here on 10. Get in. Well, he'll have the 3, back to 17. Well, Tom hit the second object there. He'll wind up with his 2 putt coming, and now John Crawford on 11. Off the pipe. Now he's going to wind up getting his 2. And we go to 1. Here's Mike Johnson with his final round underway. And he will be getting his 2 there at the back rail. Out to 9. Lynn's on the 2. And Lynn just missed right, and here's got Jex on 18. His ball got up to the top of that hump and just stopped. So he's going to try to get this 2, which will not go. And there's a 2 there for Lynn. see if I can walk up here to Mike on 8, on 2. If I can, I'll describe to you. There he is on the 2. Lane straight. And it caught the left whip. Mike will putt that for 2. All right, let's go back now to 12. And final base there. And let's try to get some more scores in before we get Mike Johnson on the 3rd hole. See if he's got anybody that's in contention here. So let's see. All right, Mike Alley is at 53. He's trailing by 1. Russell is at 56. So we still got Graham, Lynn Gaines, and John Crawford in play. Mike Alley is about to start his final round. Mike Johnson's on the tee at 3. We're going to describe that action while you look at Mike Alley on 1. Mike missed right there. Mike Johnson made 3. Let's go to 7. And Jace Talley, down the hill he goes there. He'll putt this for 2. And he gets it. Good 2 there. All right. Go to Mike Alley on 2. And that's in. Good shot there. And we'll look at Mike Johnson on the tee at 4. That's pulled. And the push driver, he'll have the 2 there. Leading by 1, and Ryan Porter on the tee now. That's going to be this to the left, and he'll tap it his tee. So we'll go to hole 3. Mike Alley will be on the tee. Started the round trailing by 1, and he's still down 1 now after he got his ace on 2. And Mike's tee shot is in. Good shot. Moving over to 5. All right, Mike Johnson aces. And let's go to 15. John Crawford. That's going to be in there for John. Good putt. And we'll look at 4. Hit the tip and it rolls down, but he's got a straight putt for 2. Mike on 6. Mike Johnson, that is. down 3 under on the round. We'll go to 12. And that's in for Lynn. Mike Alley did get the deuce. That keeps him at 2 under on the round. Mike Johnson's 3 under. And now here's John Waller. Russell is starting his final round, but he started 4 back. And Waller caught the right lip, and that rolled down from the left side. And let's go to 7. He's got his front door, puts him at 4 under on the round. But my guy's got to make some moves here. This is the making a hole on where he's at right now. There it is, good putt. You know, before you putt, I wanted to say about your little ornament here.
Oh.
It's better. You know, I think it'd be better to be behind the cup. We wouldn't be having these 3 putts down there, you know? All right, so Mike Alley's 3 under going to the 6th hole. Mike Johnson's 2 under. Oh, sorry, 4 under. And John Boney's having some difficulty now on 13. Gives us a quick chance here to update the scores. Anybody else in distance? Nope. Graham's score has not been turned in yet. So and now we'll go to Mike Johnson on 8. As you watch him, I'm going to watch Mike Alley on 6. Mike Alley got the ace there on 6. Apparently he got a little lip action there, but he got it in, and Mike's getting his 2 there. So he's still 4 under with this deuce. Mike Alley is also now 4 under. Let's go to 12. Tanya's 2 shot. And it goes in there. Good putt. We go to 14. One of our contenders of the first round. Lynn hit the obstacle. He's going to get his deuce. Now let's go to 7. Here a little screeching over the tires there along Church Street. This is not a safe haven to be out in the traffic like that. Mike just pushed it and he'll get the deuce. Mike Johnson's having a little bit of a potty break there. We go to 18. John Crawford finishes that round with a 2. Now let's check out. We've got a moment of opportunity here to see where we stand. Okay, so Graham Sigmund missed the hole on the front, good enough to shoot 24. That's the low round so far. And he's up by 2 over Mike Johnson with a score of 50. So now, so the only other player we have to, well, we got to watch. We got John Crawford that just finished the round. Here's Mike Johnson on 9. And he missed right. He's actually back rail. He's putting for 2. Gets it there, so he's at 86 at the moment. I'm sorry, he's at 84 at the moment. Ryan's just missing left. That's a par. And here's Mike Alley on the tee at 8. He was now 3 back of the lead at the start of the final round. That's going to be short, and that'll be a deuce. He'll stay at 4 under. He'll be at... He'll be at 85 going to 9. Speaking of, let's go to 15. John Boney trying to work its way to the cup. It's in. Good putt. And wins on the tee. Looks left, trying to turn back. It won't go, so he'll have the deuce. And let's look at Robert Ryan on the tee at 11. He was the novices leader after the second round. Graham's still got a few minutes before he will start his third round. And Robert, nice kick off the back, off that angle there, but he'll get the 2. Let's go to 10. And Mike Johnson aces there. Mike Alley missed 9 to the right. So he gets his 2. And now we can go back and look at Crawford's score. Mike Johnson is now at 83. Mike Alley's at 85. And Crawford shot 27 for the second time tonight, putting him at 54. So at the moment, putting him in 4th in the clubhouse. All right, so. There's Graham, right now the leader at 50. It'll be a few minutes before I think he's going to start his final round in just a minute, but let's go back to 12. And that's Robert Ryan with the ace there. And we go to 11. And Mike sneaks it in. Good putt. That puts him at 6 under on the round. Brian Porter will be on the tee. Off the angle, almost off the pipe, but he'll get the deuce. Back to 10. Now he's going to, my guy's going to wait a second. Lynn's on the tee at 17. And he hit the second obstacle there. We'll go back to 10. And that's going to be in for Mike Alley. So he goes to 5 under on the round. Let's go to 13. Can we go to 13? No, we can't. No, we're gonna wait a few minutes here and go to 14. You see top tally on the team. And it missed off the left lip. He gets his 2. Now we go to 13. Brad Thompson makes it back door. Good putt. Jason Talley. That's going to be a 2 there at 14. And we're going to get Robert Ryan on 13. Mike Johnson on 12. Mike's currently 82. Started around 2 back of Graham. Robert Ryan was leading big after the second round of the novice division. Mike Johnson's tee shot on 12. It's in. It goes down to 81. Let's go to 1. And Graham begins his fourth, third and final round. And he missed it left. So he'll start with a deuce. We go back to 11. Mike Alley on the 2. Just to get him to 600, he's going to just barely, well, I was going to say, he just barely got past that left pipe, but he's behind the other pipe. That's not a good spot to be at this situation. We're going to watch him putt for 2. And there's Lynn finishing his second round, so that completes round 2. Mike Alley's now, he's putting for 2. You'll watch that, and you'll also watch Mike Johnson on 13. Graham's on the tee at 2.
Visit govictory43.com right now to see if you qualify for significant compensation. For years, the manufacturer of Depo-Provera failed to adequately warn women.
And it is in. So he has so far aced out the back so far. He's 8 under. Graham's putting for 2 on 2. Mike Alley got the deuce there on 11, so he's still 5 under. And Graham got the deuce there on 2. And I think John Crawford will be on the tee in a couple of moments to start his third and final round. Let's look at Russell on the tee here at 9. And it is missing left. I don't understand that, but that'll be a 2. Back to 12. And Mike Alley's now 6 under. 14. Graham's on the tee at 3. And Mike's now 9 under on his round. I'm not going to be able to get Graham on 3, so I'll just have to play it out here. John Crawford gets a 2 on 1 to start his final round. Watching Graham, nope, he's got a 2 there. John Wilder missed left on 13. He's putting for 2. All right, so I think we can get an update on the scores here. We got Mike Johnson at 9 under. That puts him at 79 right now. Mike Alley 6 under. Well, we got Daniel at 54. Lynn's at 55, so all right. And Mike Alley got 13 to go to 7 under, so he's now at 82. All right, so let's head to 4. Graham starting the round 0 for 3. And if it doesn't get in, it's 0 for 4. All right, he got the ace there. Back to 15. And Mike Johnson gets his first miss there on the back to 5. Mike's still 79. And Graham gets his second consecutive ace after an 0 for 3 start. There's Brian Porter with the ace there on 15. And there's another ace for Mike Galley. He's 8 under on the round, puts him at 81. I'm going to go over here to 3. Blacks are going over to 2. And I missed John's tee shot. I'm going to assume he got the 2. Ryan gets it. Ryan's getting a 2 here. Or at the back rail, he's going for 2. And it's in. Nice 2. Let's go to 6. Oh, it hit the pipe. And Graham's got a long deuce putt there. It's about 4.5 feet. Mike Johnson's on 16. I'm going to try to get the coverage there. That is short. It's got this 2 coming. Graham got the deuce back to 15. Mike Alley trying to hang in there, and he's now at 80 with that ace there. Mike Johnson will be up 1. And I missed Crawford on 3. Wildest tee shot on 15. Will not go, misses left, so he'll get the 2. Let's go to 4. Crawford on the tee now. And the last group is now on the tee at 1. We go to 7. And Graham's going to ace it back door. He's now at 3 under on the round. We go to 17. Johnson at 9 under at 79, going to the final 2 holes here. And it will not go. So that's for 2. Mike Alley can tie Mike Johnson here with an ace right here. No, too strong. So he will putt for 2. And he stays at 80. Look at David Jones here on 9, missing left. He'll putt for 2. Missed there, so he'll throw for 3. All right, now we got Mike Johnson on 18. That's going to turn hard to make it in. Well, Mike missed the last 4 holes. He finished at 79 by Mike. Now back to 8. Got Graham. And it just missed. That's not a bad shot the way that carpet's been playing that hole these days. So Graham's going to get his 2. Stays at 3 under. Let's go to 17. Mike Alley can still go out in front, but he won't do it here. So the best he can do is tie Mike Johnson as soon as he gets his 2-putt in. Oh, just got it in there. And let's look at the novice score. It should be final. Robert Ryan was leading by a stack as we go to 18, as we go to the final round. He's going to end up winning the tournament in the novice division with a score of 93. Tanya Porter rallies to finish second at 99. All right, so let's go to 9. So Graham has to shoot 8 under to go in front of Mike Johnson. That's going to take a Herculean effort by John Crawford and Daniel Kearns. Graham just left it short on his tee shot, so he'll be at 83 after this par putt. All right, let's go to 18. All right, now Mike Alley on the tee for a score of 79 and tied Mike Johnson at the moment. Oh, that left it short, and he's not going to, by my count, he's not going to win this tournament. And he knew he had to get this one. Now this is going to be for second in the clubhouse if he makes it. Graham's on the tee at 10. Mike's going to allow the group coming down the walkway there. Graham missed 10. I think, yep, he's behind a triangle. Got the 2 there. All right, Mike's still going for 2 now. Swing in, swing in. Good 2. Good 2, but it's going to come up short. We got John Crawford with the ace on 8. I don't think it's Brian Atkins on the 2. Just 2? Okay. And you were 54, right? Okay.
Can't hit anything.
Yeah.
Hit holes like that.
Good. Yeah, Brian's going to get a 2. All right, Graham with the ace on 11. Puts it at 4 under on the round. See if I can try to get a score for an update for that threesome in a couple minutes here. Let's go to 14. It is going to be Victor going on the tee. Get in. Nice putt. Let's go to 5. Two, okay. John's tee shot is in, good putt. And Graham just got the tee shot there on 12 to get him to 5 under. That puts him at 81, so he's 2 back of the lead based on what I'm seeing. Now we go to 6. Pulled that tee shot, he'll be left, and that'll be a deuce. Now Daniel on the tee. This will get him 3 under if he makes it. Good putt. We got Graham on the tee now at 13. Graham sitting at 81. 6 to play. 2 back of the lead by my count. And he's within 1. And let's look at those scores as we quickly get over there. All right, so Mike Johnson is in at 79. Mike Alley comes up short at 80. And Graham is at 80 right now. Excuse me, at 80 right now. And Daniel's on the tee at 7. He was 3 under as he went to this hole. So he's still going to get his 2. He was at 54, so he's at 87. All right, gets the 2. Go to 14. For the tie. It's in. Good putt. Let's go back to 7. John Loney will not get the ace. He'll go to get the 2 there. All right, now Lynn Gaines on the tee. And starting 5 back, he'll be about 3 under as he goes to hole 8. He'll be 8. He's at 88. Daniel's at 87. We got a little time here to watch Tom Crawford on 12. And that's in. Good putt. All right, we go to 8. Nope. Lynn will putt this for 2 to 15. This is for the lead. Nope, that's way left. He's got 3 shots at the victory here after he gets his deuce in. Lynn's trying to salvage the par here on hole 8. That's not going to go. He'll drop the 2 under. And it looks like he'll be on life support down the stretch here. Daniel's on the tee. Looks good. If it's not enough speed, just left it to the left. Let's go to 18. So Daniel will be at 87. He's trailing by 8, but he's still got plenty of holes to go. He's got 10 to play. Richard lips out there on his tee shot, and he's a bit frustrated there. Let's go to 16. We'll look at Dennis Jones on the tee. Dennis playing with Graham tonight, and that's it. Good putt. Dennis, so Graham's now on the tee. He over the last 3 holes, gives him the lead. Pretty much could seal the win here. That looks strong. Oh no, it lipped out. This is now for 2. All right, so he's still at 79. Let's go to 9. And Daniel missed right. And he missed a deuce. And he'll get the 3. That drops him to 8 now. And it's with the deuce on 17. So another opportunity now for Graham to take the lead here. No, that's staying right. And that's a 2 for Graham coming up. We got a 9. John Boney left on that tee shot. He'll have the par there. We go to 15. And Brian Atkins hit the ball, bought 3 and got it to the cup front door and threw it out to the corner. So this is for a 2. All right, he gets the 2. Let's go to 10. And then a short there on the tee shot there. I think that's his 2. Look at John Boney on the 2. And John hit the triangle. He'll go for 2. We go to 18. This is for the win. No, he's going to miss that. Now he's got to save his par. Let's go to 10 again. Graham got the deuce there, so he is in at 79. Daniel's not going to get it, so we're going to get a playoff if I check the score and it's correct. Back to 17. John Crawford. Oh, it just missed by the left lip. Back to 11. And there's the ace there for Lynn. We got something over here at the cruise. Oh, a traffic stop. Wow. Okay, back to 11. John Boney's short. He'll get the par. All right, look at Daniel on the 2. Daniel hit the pipe. He'll have the 2. Should have the 2 there. Let's go back down to 18. All right, look at John Crawford on the 2. Yeah, so it looks like for the second week in a row, Mike Johnson is in a playoff. Oh, he's directed Brian to step over. So there we got Mike Johnson, Graham Sigmund. Mike's getting used to these playoffs here, folks. Well, 3 of the last 4. It's 3 of the last 4. He missed the one. Yeah, well, High Point there wasn't one. And John Crawford finishes with the 2. All right, we will look at the scores. We will indeed have a playoff of first for the second week in a row here in Burlington. Let's congratulate Robert Ryan at 93 winning the novice. Tanya at 99 for second. So it's going to be Mike Johnson and Graham Sigmund in a 18-hole playoff. They're both at 79. All right. We are going to we're gonna stick with this last threesome until they get this playoff started. I don't know if they're aware. It can go anytime now. Well, John Boney lit the deuce or tee shot there on 13. He'll tapping his 2. Back on the tee now is Daniel Kearns. I almost said Doug, even though Doug hasn't played a single round here in Burlington. I almost said Asheboro.
It's Matt, Call Dad. I started Call Dad because I was sick of bad experiences with other AC companies. Why should people stuck with a heating or cooling problem have a bad experience?
And that missed left.
Red Wagon reminds me to ask, how would Dad handle this situation? He'd make it a great experience. I told you about filling my little Red Wagon with ice and beer, my dad's beer, and selling it to the neighborhood.
Missed there.
I mean, Dad wasn't going to play with his 10-year-old son.
Daniel with a 3.
I was dreading what he did when Mom told me. I thought I was really gonna get it.
And let's get an update on our traffic stop here. You can call me a cop watcher. I am well past the 25-foot halo, even though there's no such law here in North Carolina as of this moment. Lynn just scraped the lip there on the tee shot here at 14. Now it's John Boney. That's short on the tee shot. He'll go for 2. All right, Daniel on the tee. And he's in. Good putt. So he'll be on the tee here at 15. As we are approaching the final stages here of our local today. We still got that playoff going on here. I want to remind everybody tomorrow night we'll be in Ashburn at 7:30 for the teams tournament. And then Thursday night, the Panda course at High Point. Friday night or Saturday night, I'll be in Kingsport. They still haven't got a date on that on their Facebook pages of what it is, but I'm assuming it's Friday night. And then I'm looking ahead to Gastonia next Saturday for, I would guess, a 10 a.m. morning tea time there. But it's supposed to be hot and steamy middle part of the week towards the end. Wind's going to get it too. Yeah, it's supposed to top 100 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. All right, now John Boney. And it's in. Good putt. We got 3 holes to play, and then we'll have the playoff. Daniel off the pipe. Well, it didn't hit the pipe, but it's turned back in like it's supposed to. That ball does track like that if you miss it that far out. John Boney will be on the tee. And let's get another update here on our traffic side. Yeah, they're still there. A couple of Burlington finalists out there. And John caught the lip. So this is for his 2. Okay, now Lynn on the tee. And it should go in. Yep. So we go down to 17. Lynn will, I'm sorry, not Lynn, Daniel will get the 2 at the corner. All right, got the 2 there, and the traffic stop has come to a complete finish there. Lynn's tee shot will be short. And that'll be a deuce there. All right, John Barney on the tee. This one looks good, and we go to 18.
I think Mondelli. Who's the third person? I know it's Rick and Greg. Who shot for 18? Who's the third person? Shot for 18.
Rick Baird.
Oh, yeah.
Dookie.
You ain't go,
John Knapp.
you're not going to get the fourth.
Napoli.
No, nobody's done it twice.
There's only 4 that did it.
The fourth was Warren Mars.
Who?
Warren Mars.
Yeah, I heard that name, but I never knew.
He's the first.
Randy Reed. He was the first one. No, Randy Reed's got the record down here, 62. Oh, yeah. He shot 62.
Well, he shot 19, missing
He
one.
only missed 8 holes out of
But he shot 19. He missed the first hole and then made 26 straight after that.
Yeah, it's on the page. Right past the video.
I think once I
You have to go back way on back 2018.
I never shoot better in 30 years. I 30% on that side.
All right, John Boney's putting for 3.
Was it a local or?
No, it was
Had an amateur tournament first.
We used to do a thing where we used to like best better and you turn best ball. Like you get like close to that. So basically it's like you get part 2. And you get part 2, basically you just you got basically you're not counting on it's basically just you're playing against
Daniel will go for a 2.
and you're basically trying to balance around. So you guys like alternate like you guys alternate like
And now Linden.
and like it's like a hunters. And if you guys are trying to reach the line, be a hunter group. And like if it's like you usually like in a like in best ball usually people will say like if the ball's in that close, it's just like 2 if you get an ace or you know, like really close to the ball, there's like 2's good. And then, you know, it's kind of like a quick version like this.
And Lynn finishes with the ace.
Yeah, usually usually people good place in money will go 5 bucks.
All right, so that concludes regulation. And let's look at the scores before we get to this playoff. Okay, so we're going to have a playoff for first between Mike Johnson and Graham Sigmund, both at 79. And Mike Galley at 80 for third. John Crawford at 82 for fourth. All right, let's get this playoff started. All right, here is our 18-hole playoff. Mike Johnson will have honors here to start, as he was the first player to go in the house at 79. And that will roll down. They'll go for 2. And he'll get the deuce there. Graham misses. That is heading down. And that is not going to go either, so Graham will be one down after the first hole already. And Mike drains it. Now he's going to be under par for the first time in this playoff. And Graham tops him there. So we're continuing a series of tournaments where we've had playoffs and close battles here. Had a two-way tie for first in Augusta last week. A playoff in Asheboro on Tuesday, another playoff on Wednesday, and then we had 3 players separated by 2 strokes at High Point on Thursday. And we also had a playoff in the National Invitational both pro and amateur division in Kingsport over the weekend. And Mike Johnson now 2 under. And Graham's gonna get his deuce there. Mike Johnson will be up by 2. Two even now, going to 4. Hold it, it's going to go around the flange there. I got the deuce there. Graham can try to cut it within 1, and he'll get it. So now 2-1, Mike Johnson going to 5, and Graham with honors for the first time in this playoff. Pick up a little speed. No, it kicked, and it's going to be a 2 there. And Mike is now back up by 2. 3-1 now. There's 6. It's trying to turn back, and it's in. That's got to hurry. It tailed off to the left. So now Mike Johnson will be leading by 3 as we go to hole 7. And he gets the ace there, go to 5 on this. And Graham will top him to stay within 3. Going to 8. Mike Johnson leading 5-2. And Mike will miss there. And this will be for 2. He was given the deuce. They're just trying to get this playoff done quicker so they can head out to their respective homes. Graham's gonna wind up with his 2. So it remains 5-2. Mike Johnson in front. Going to 9. And it's left. All right, that's his 2. And that 2 is left. And 2 is given. Let's go over here with Russell Sigler. Needs to go to verify, just to verify the front 9. 5-2. Yep. Mike Johnson 500. Graham 200. All right, let's go to 10. Slid, but got in. And Graham's going to top him, and he'll head to 11 with Mike Johnson leading 6-3 now. It will be an ace there. Graham's going to top him again. So he stays within 3 after 11 holes. And Mike gets that one. So he's at 8 under now. I'm trying to stay within reach. It's 8-5 going to 13. And now he missed that one. So this is now an open door for Graham to try to get right back in it. Makes this ace, he's within 2.
Simon says it's time to soft rock with Air Supply. Air Supply is coming to the Tanger Center in Greensboro.
Looks good. No, it stayed out as well.
All week for your ticket winning info. Tickets provided by the Tanger Center. Download and listen to Simon everywhere on the OC, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
And so Graham's opportunity to cut the lead fails. Go to 14. 8-5 Mike Johnson.
Listen carefully. This important announcement could affect you. Depo-Provera, a convenient form of birth control, has been marketed for decades as safe, but long-term use of this injectable contraceptive has now been linked to serious risks. Studies show that women who use Depo-Provera may face a much higher chance of developing dangerous brain tumors. And in some
All right, Mike gets that one.
permanent complications.
Now at 9 under.
Go victory43.com right now to see if you qualify for significant compensation. For years, the manufacturer of Depo-Provera failed to adequately warn women about these dangers. If you or a loved one received multiple injections
And Graham will miss, so running out of holes here. Mike Johnson has a 4-stroke lead. Pretty much can seal off the victory here for the second week in a row here at Burlington. And that's left. They'll tap the 2. And Graham also left. That's a deuce, so we've got 3 holes left of the playoffs. Mike Johnson with a 4-stroke lead at 9-5. Oh, that kicked hard, and we'll put this for 2. All right. Stays at 9 under. Gonna try to turn back off the pipe. Good putt. All right, 2 to go. Graham's gonna need a miracle here. He needs Mike Johnson to really hit the cheese front on the like dead center on the front cheese there. Really shot for him to stay in this playoff. And that's in. So he goes to 7 under. And it caught the lip. Now he's got to putt this too. Oh, we missed that one. All right, it's a one-stroke lead. 8-7 Mike Johnson. So Mike's up 1. Yeah, he was up 2 going to 17. He pulled the snot out of that deuce putt at the back rail. This is the tie. Oh. So now Mike Johnson just needs a 2 to win. Just get it over and get the 2 to go. And Mike Johnson will win the playoff for the second week in a row. 28-29 the final.
That's a stopper problem, right?
Right, so Graham almost came back and let's talk about the stopper by the. Yeah, I don't think he hit the stopper any. It was way.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. I mean, it's not. Yeah, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, so is Mike Johnson going to be taking a long nap for tomorrow night, or are you going to be taking a long nap before tomorrow night?
Yeah. Nap tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be a daytime I can do that.
I would hope tomorrow night there will be no playoff in the teams tournament, but then again. All right, so congratulations again on another victory for Mike Johnson. Congratulations to Graham on his valiant effort there. Hey, let's look at the scores one last time, and then we'll be done for the night and head to Ashburn. Mike Johnson shot 28 in the playoff to beat Graham Sigmund by 1. After they both shot 79, Mike Alley had a golden opportunity to get in that playoff, and he missed the last 3 holes to finish at 80 for 3rd. And congratulations to Robert Ryan in the novice division, shot 93 to win by 6 strokes over Tanya Porter. And Brad Thompson was 3rd at $1. Okay, so that will be it from Burlington tonight. Appreciate you watching our coverage. Be on the lookout for the teams tournament tomorrow night at 7:30 from Ashboro. Then we'll go to High Point at 7:30, and then Kingsport this weekend. I'm assuming it's Friday night at 10, but if not, we'll be back here at Burlington next week on the back course. So Mike Johnson, he'll keep his name up there on the marquee for at least a week. And so for all of us here in Burlington, I'm Opie Roberts. Appreciate you watching our coverage tonight from Burlington. We will see you tomorrow night from Ashburn. Until then, so long everybody.